Well, hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy X-2. We just left Besaid after doing the PR stuff, but we have a lot of things to do because one of the things I did do is I got Jahi up to okay, anyway. We just got to the level where we can actually release him, so that is not actually the button I wanted to push. I want to go to creature history, not the bestiary. Why does brother look depressed? Whatever. We want to go ahead and release this guy. Summoned by a fiend. Go, go, Gullwings. Fight, fight, Gullwings. Huh? The time has come. The time for arbitration. The evolution is complete. Begin arbitration. Let's not lose our nerve here. Why have you come here to Spira? In times when the worlds of humans and fiends were still connected, both humans and fiends lived peacefully without violating each other's boundaries. But that age of coexistence came to an abrupt end. One who would disturb the established peace appeared, a rebel. The rebel invaded the human world and schemed to put humans and fiends at odds. So we sealed the path between the two worlds and cut our ties with humans. The fiends that were left behind at that time are the ones you see today. This was thousands of years ago. Only a short time in the minds of fiends. But now, having spanned that time, humans and fiends will reconcile. Looks like we're getting to the heart of the matter. The fiend rebel still holds ground in Spira. As a token of peace between our kinds, hand the traitorous rebel over to us. That is our request. Well, that's a nice convenient deal for you guys, isn't it? Humans and fiends can't coexist peacefully at this point anyway. There's no point in even negotiating with you. Humans have changed. Fiends do not change. Hand the traitor over to us. Showing their true colors finally. When the traitor appears, we shall return. So shady. How could they even think we'd trust them? There are really no hints to work off of either. Okay, but we do actually have another fiend that we need to capture, so, you know, capture the fiend that rebelled against the fiend world. There is no data about its appearance, just look for shady fiends. Okay, I did need to double check and make sure that we are going after the right fiend. So what we do want to do is we want to throw down at Jose Temple here. Let's see, what do we have? SPL medium. I need medium ones. Let's see if we can't get what we're looking for. That is not what we want, but all right. Let's try that again. Oh, trapping has been completed. Yes, I know. Let's go ahead and do that again. I'm hoping... I don't know how many this is going to take. We may have to get some more of these. More of the... No, we got it. We're good. So we want Tomb. That's the one we're looking for. We're going to need to level that guy up as we previously have. Let's take a quick look at Tomb here. Looks like we have 3... levels that we need to get for him. Where is brother going? Did y'all see that? Oh, he's actually dancing for once. He was looking all depressed. So let's get out of here now that we've done that. That was like the first big thing that we needed to do, was to get through that. Now let's go ahead and head to Kilika Island, because that's actually where we need to go back, because there is stuff that we haven't done here. We did all of the main story stuff, but we actually have a few items that we can get here. You don't necessarily have to do this, by the way. Except I'm hoping we can get the cactar that's out here without having to worry about it. I don't remember exactly where that's at, but there is a place to jump up in Kilika Forest that we can then get the cactar. This also allows us to level up a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do, this is probably a good time to do this. I'm going to move Tomb over here. Let's see, when it comes to Tomb, he knows attack, power break, cure, and stone breath. So he's pretty good. Let's go ahead and give him the recovery bracer, and I don't know, let's go ahead and do the heaty perfume as well. Just to let him heal a little bit. This particular area doesn't have too many issues. We do need to talk about chocobos eventually as well, because there is a boss that we need to do, but we'll get there. Oh, we should probably go to the comm lines eventually. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and head in here. I'm going to be trying to find the chocobo. I hope we can find it in here. I like how the tombs, all of these guys like fall over themselves. Is he gonna use another power break? Poison smog, ew. Their physical attacks are pretty nasty, by the way, if you face off against those guys. Just a heads up. Okay, we want to head to the second intersection here. And then we're going to go to the right. And I think somewhere in here. Well, this is disgusting. There's two of these guys. Let's see if we can't do some damage to both of them. Luckily, their stone breath hasn't been terribly bad. Let's see if we can't take this guy out. I think they guard against stone breath, so it's not particularly useful to do that. But at least our guys also guard against that, so I guess that makes that nice. Ow. Well, that was not as much damage as I was expecting. I think we faced off against these guys previously. Can you stop using stone breath? I'm concerned about Riku being yeeted from battle, but it looks like we're okay. I also need you to stop using stone breath. Nice power break there. Not particularly useful. Ow. Thanks for using cure? There we go. We got a fist fight. Not that I can see much of what's going on in the battle, but that's fine. I think one of these trees we can actually jump up. And look at this. You found Chiapa. Chiapa? Except, here we go. You're the first to witness the power the gatekeeper acquired during his travels. Okay, so we need a fire. We've done this before. I'm not particularly good at this minigame, and I have done no practice today, so this will be fun. Okay. I missed. Oh, I missed that one. Nope, nope. Oh my god. I keep doing that. This is going real quick. Oh my gosh, let me hit him. Yeah, I can watch your head. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's see. Oh gosh. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Nope, no, I went too soon. I don't have the ammo for this. Okay. Nope, no, I really don't have enough ammo for this. I'm just gonna get done with this. There we go. Don't worry, that's not the one that's important. I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but the really important one is the final one, if I remember correctly. But honestly, it's fine. We need to go back to the Cactuar Nation eventually and get that. But let me go ahead and grab this. This is the Arcane Lore. I don't remember. I think that's a piece of equipment, but I can't remember what it does off the top of my head. You can use Dark Knight abilities, which is actually pretty cool, I guess. And I think we can just go around the corner here because we are trying to get to the temple at this point. Of course, every time I find a chocobo at this point in time, I can't get it because of our ally who seems to want to target said chocobo. Anyway. You guys good? No need to worry about guarding Pilgrimage Road. We'll keep it safe. I hope we will see the throngs that visited the temple return once more. Okay. Yeah, everything's open again now that everybody's like chill with each other. I don't really think there's much in this particular area. By the way, if you did not get the samurai dress sphere earlier, you can now get it now. When you come in here, you do have to go into the cloister to get that, but it's fine. We get a mega potion here. We should get, can you give this to me? 1 ether, and there should be, where's the third box? There it is. An X potion, very nice. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, this is the balloon my sis sent me. I wasn't trying to talk to you. It's been such a long time since there were so many people here in the temple. It is a delightful sight. Okay, so 2 different locations here. Wait. I think there is... Where's the door to get to... I walked past them. There's 2 separate living areas that we need to go into first. In this particular one over here, we get a mega elixir. Very nice. And in the other side... I was thinking of, I think Besaid, where the living quarters are on the inside, but that's not here. We get a wall ring, and we get a regen ring. Regen bangle, sorry. It's been too long since I've had this much fun. I'm gonna dance until my head spins. You know what? You do that. Okay, so, in here. Now, we've pretty much already done... Like, you might remember the cloister. I don't think you'll have any more trouble from fiends, but I make no guarantees. Woo! Let's head on in. Okay, and we've pretty much already done this, but we're gonna head on in anyway, because there are new stuff in here. I cannot say what fate awaits you beyond the store. Well, it sure isn't aeons at this point. Let's see here. I think everything's pretty well open, so we don't have to, like, do stuff, but there are things in here. So, if you didn't get the samurai dress sphere, it should be in here. If you did, then you should get, those 2 turbo ethers, so that's good. Okay, I think... Did I not find any more chests in here? There should be... Or am I thinking someplace else? Oh no, there's chests. I didn't see them. There's one over here. You get a wizard's bracelet. There should be other chests. Did I really just run past them like an idiot? That checks out. Let's see here. There's one in this corner. 2 ethers. Ah, there's one here. I can't see them. They're too dark. And a cat's bell. The cat's bell. Let's see. Automatically recover HP while walking, and Wizard's Bracelet is MP. So it's basically what we have currently on Tomb. So that's kind of nice, I guess. Oh, let's head on up. And we're gonna head to Luca next. So we should be able just to get out of here, excuse me, ma'am, and teleport to the ship. It's our turn to do something. Yes, yes it is. Blitzball season's here. Oh god.
The day that Blitz freaks across Spirit have been waiting for is finally here. That's right, folks. Blitzball season has begun. Wow, is it that time of year already?
I wonder if Waka and the gang are here.
The Aurochs aren't coming. I hear they've got their hands full with babysitting.
Aw, they should have just brought Vidina along.
And guess what? They want the Gullwings to compete in their place.
Are you serious? All right! I've always wanted to play Blitzball.
Why do we have to play?
Don't sweat this small stuff. Leave everything to me. Me!
So, are we in or what?
Okay, we're not doing that. Let me go ahead and put a big pin on this one. I can do Blitzball in here, however, Final Fantasy X-2 is slightly different than Final Fantasy X, and it's worse. It's so much worse. However, if you do play and win, I think you can get an AP egg, but I have zero interest in doing that. You just have to talk to her in order to do that. I would rather shoot myself in the foot with not an actual gun, because that would be terrible, and I don't know if you guys know this, but the whole like healthcare in America thing is really bad, and since I'm rural, it's even worse than like in the city. So we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shoot myself in the foot, and I'm not playing friggin' Blitzball. However, there is some stuff in here that we want to do. So let's start first by grabbing this. And then we want to head this way. And if you see the save sphere here, let me go ahead and just activate that. But what you want to do is you want to come here and you want to come to this place.
I practiced.
Oh, look, memories.
Wherever I go, Spira is full of places tied to my memories. Memories of my journey. Memories of you. Huh?
Why is there a Moogle in
What's
here?
wrong? But it's... You can't see it?
See what?
You need a break?
So for the record, there is, I think there is a thing where you can't see Moogles unless they want you to see them. All right, so mission time. There's a furtive, floating, fluffy, flying Moogle. What more do you need to know? Catch the Moogle, question mark? Okay. Let's head on down. Don't really worry, this is kind of a low stake, very low, very, very low stakes thing. So this little guy, just run up and press X.
No one else can see it?
No one else can see it. I think in we've seen, well, if you've played Final Fantasy X, you've seen these. This is him teaching her how to whistle. But I think there is a if you remember Monster Hunter Worlds, I think there is a whole Final Fantasy thing where there is a Moogle that ends up in the Monster Hunter world and you have to defeat the behemoth, but most importantly, one of the characters cannot see the Moogle while everybody else can. And it is played as a joke, and it's because Moogles only appear to those who are worthy, I guess? Or who they deem worthy. Don't worry, you can't really miss any cutscenes or anything. You just find it, you'll be fine. And some of these you don't even have to press X, you just have to approach.
These are our memories, yours and mine. But I don't think I'm ready to let them be memories yet. Maybe I'm confused, but it's okay.
What's with you?
A dream, I think. My heart won't stop pounding.
That's not a dream. Not if your heart's pounding like that. You and someone you care about are connected somehow. That's what it is.
How worldly.
I felt that way too.
About
For who?
I don't know.
Spill it.
Maybe we can trade secrets.
You drive a hard bargain.
I guess everyone's like this.
They kind of push Riku and Gipple, but you may recall from Final Fantasy X too, or from 10.
Put them aside. Even though they confuse us, there are some things we can only find in that confusion. I think it's okay to feel that way.
I gather that Riku had a crush on Gipple, but it's really kind of forced because in Final Fantasy X you kind of get the idea she had a crush on Tidus, but it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so now that we've done that, let me save because we need to do some PR stuff in Luca, so let's do that. For the record, I'm just like using a guide on this, and I have not actually gone through and done all these because it gets so annoying and like lengthy to do, and I don't want to do it. So shut up. Take that. Starting with the boy over here, we're going to do publicity and we're going to do Argent, fun you can rely on. All right, so let's see. We want to go this direction. And there should be over here. I think it's this woman right here that we want to talk to. And for publicity, we're going to choose Argent at your service. And then for matchmaking, we're going to choose I have the perfect person for you. No big deal there. Okay, so when we come in this direction, there should be a woman walking around. There she is. Let's go ahead and, nope. Let's talk to her. Starting with Argent, fun you can rely on. And then for matchmaking, we're going to choose I have the perfect person for you. And then this guy that's like walking in circles. Hey. Publicity, we're gonna choose fun awaits you at Argent. All right. We want to head this direction and there are, let's see, there should be 2 guys chatting down here. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy right here, one on the left. And we're going to choose publicity for a good time. Call on Argent. All right. I think that's it for this back part. It's such a long walk. Once we are back at the start, let's go ahead and exit towards going to Mihen. All right, let's see. So there should be a couple people. Let's see here. There should be some benches. I'm going to, I think it's this guy, but I'm not entirely certain. My notes are not particularly good on this one. So it's either that one or this guy. Let's try this guy first. Okay, so I can't activate him, so it's not him. So I think it must be this guy. It's not this guy either. You know what? I think it's actually in here. There we go. We're in the right place now. I think it is this person right here. Publicity. Would you like to hear about Argent Incorporated? Then my notes were absolutely incorrect. So nice on that one. Then we want to come up here. And there is 2 people talking. I want to talk to this woman here. I want to do publicity. I want to do would you like to hear about Argent? And then for matchmaking, the heir to Argent Incorporated needs a fiance. And then all the way over here, we want to talk to this lady for publicity for a good time. And then for matchmaking, I have the perfect person for you. Beautiful. Okay, so that actually takes care of that. And I want to save again. And I think I'm going to call it here because some of the next areas are actually have like a lot going on. Like the Mihen High Road has a whole mystery thing that we need to solve, which is going to take a little bit of time. I think there's a few bosses in the other upcoming areas. So yeah, let's call it here. And then next time we are going to head into Mihen High Road to complete a mystery. So I will see you guys then.